From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Smith on 1st down. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because
and now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Get set.
Now Breeze. And this one is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Washington Redskins are coming out here again on offense. They're 5-3 right now, Charles. If you would have asked Jay Gruden beginning of the season, hey, 8 games in, you're going to be 5-3. You think he would have taken that if he was off the record?
Off the record, I do believe the answer would be yes, as long as you didn't tell him how the 5-3 was accrued. Because when they lead to start ball games, they win. When they're behind to start ball games, they lose. And he wants to make sure that chain gets broken. He wants to find a way to have a comeback win, be able to win it in the 4th quarter. They haven't shown that so far this year. But overall record at 5-3, leading his division, yeah, he would have taken that in a hurry.
Last week, though, the tough one, you saw it in person, that loss to Atlanta 38-14. To throw is Smith. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Here's a screen to Powell. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down. Here's a run with Peterson. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Peterson, Charles, at age 33, I think when he signed with the Redskins, people were wondering what would this season be like. Well, it started off pretty good.
Yeah, and you remember the reason why they're asking that question. Age 33. Last season didn't end very well in Arizona. Had some good games, but was hurt down the stretch. Didn't have those games again. But now, 96 yards in the season opener for Washington at Arizona. Comes back for 20 against Indianapolis. And then 120, a big performance against Green Bay. At his best, you're getting to Adrian Peterson that defenses fear.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Charles, we got a second here. Let's do an MVP check-in right now at this point in the season. Is Patrick Mahomes your headliner?
He is for me. Look, 2nd year playing, 1 start as a rookie, and what he's done so far, it's been absolutely spectacular. Magnificent consistency. Hasn't had any real dips. Now, before the season, I was focused in on Todd Gurley, and he continues to power the Rams' attack. He has to be in the conversation. Drew Brees, how many incompletions does he throw per game? 1 or 2? It's unbelievable with his accuracy. Tom Brady is still Tom Brady and wins big games. Phillip Rivers, with a strong second half, could get into the conversation, but keep a real eye on the NFC South. Matt Ryan, ahead of his MVP pace of 2016. Cam Newton in Carolina, if they end up winning that division, you better take a hard look at him.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun now for Breeze. Over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. First catch for Bryant. He's got a first down.
Here we go. Get set, get set, get set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Now Breeze on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And he is all the way up past the 25.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Smith finding Doxson that time for a Washington first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Well, oftentimes when we get a chance to talk league-wide, we go offensive. We don't get a lot of defensive talk. But let's talk about some young rookies. I know you've told me Darius Leonard of the Colts has really impressed you.
He certainly has. He's impressed the entire league. I mean, at times he approaches 20 tackles a game. Sideline to sideline, end zone to end zone, out of South Carolina State. So you don't think about it, but you should. Derwin James with the Chargers, been as good as advertised at the safety position. Jair Alexander, the corner from Green Bay, missed a couple of games early in the season, but he got the attention of the New England Patriots brass before they played. They were really impressed with him. But Bradley Chubb is doing exactly what we thought he would do, chasing down quarterbacks. And Dante Action Jackson out of LSU with Carolina really knows how to ball hawk.
Josh Doxson, he's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson, 62 yards. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Back to throw, Smith, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let, and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ken Crowley.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Breeze. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Got it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Get set.
The final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Breeze to throw. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Smith. He's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder from 8 yards out. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Get set, get set, get set. Hey, you got 3.
A give. This is Kamara. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Here we go.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
There's Breeze. Complete to Bryant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Ryan Kerrigan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Breeze now. Bryant with a catch right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They go play action here on first down. They'll buy some time right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Dez Bryant, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They run again with Peterson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, Smith. And this one complete to Reed. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On 1st and 10, Smith. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing again is Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Smith going to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. Now Smith. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now it's Smith. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Right.
Smith now to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
15.
Throwing now, Smith. The quick slant caught. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Adrian